Miss Martin Muses and midday musings because I keep forgetting what time of day it is because the world is insane and I'm so happy to be here and we're talking some Harry Potter with you all. Well, we already have in the chat, we have me and then we have your Barmy. Why, hello, good sir, good to see you again. Yes, we have a new Harry Potter cast, and I am incredibly skeptical of the entire endeavor. However, as a big Harry Potter fan, I felt like talking about it. So we're going to talk about it. There have been some spy photos, but I will not be showing those because you just don't know. You just don't know. Sometimes some of these people will totally nuke channels for that kind of stuff. So I will leave it to other people. You can find them on Twitter. It is everywhere. Your Barmy says definitely skeptical too. Yeah, I mean, the more I hear about it, the more I'm like, this is just so unnecessary. So unnecessary. And there's no way that it can match the magic. We know that the movies were not perfect, especially the later ones. I mean, Half-Blood Prince was atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. Just had certain scenes that were good, but for the most part, they really messed it up. Now, I would really like it if they got the Ginny and Harry thing correct, if they got it right. However, what can I say? Now, a lot of people blame the actress who played Ginny, and yeah, maybe she wasn't up to the what she needed to do in the movie. However, it would take an incredibly skillful actor to pull off some of the ridiculous scenarios that they had them do, like the whole tying your shoelace, have a cookie. It's just ridiculous. So in any case, but we're going to look at the latest castings. We do have official photos of several of them, and let's look. I have some comments about it for sure as we continue through. I forgot to share the screen. So here we go. Here is Harry Potter. Now, 2 thumbs up for Harry Potter. Kid looks great. Absolutely great. His only problem is he's not Daniel Radcliffe. It's just a matter of fact. It's just not going to work out. He looks to me very similar to the way the books are, those book covers, like with his hair and everything. And maybe as he grows, he will get that kind of lanky look. I don't know. See, that's the thing. We don't know how these kids are going to grow. We didn't know that about Ron. We didn't know that about, Hermione and all that. Hermione grew up kind of predictable. Maybe Ron, not so much. I think Neville was the one, he had like a glow up and in many cases. And Kapla, why thank you, Gorilla's Random Thoughts. Thank you for being here. Always great to see you. Yes, we love our Klingons here at Miss Martin Muses, as well as all of our animals. We usually have a polar bear showing up. Maybe he will. We have a dog, and a cat often makes appearances. So actually, let me change this a little bit. Boom. So here you go. Now, another thing that I noticed is they changed the color scheme and the tie. It's supposed to be red. Obviously, it is not red. It looks like they're going with a wine color. They're not wanting it to look similar. Now, that said, maybe it's doing this on purpose because the way it's being filmed, it'll show up a different way. So that is definitely a possibility. However, the tie, we all know how the traditional ties looked in the first movie, the Sorcerer's Stone or Philosopher's Stone, which is probably more correct. That's the way it was originally. It was thicker stripes across. These are diagonal. And the sweater kind of pattern is different. And it looks like the thing around the edge as well. Now, one thing came to mind when I saw this. It's like they took the Harry Potter from the original movies, Daniel Radcliffe, the way he looked, and they just tweaked it, just changed it just a little bit. And I think we're going to see this with a lot of the castings. Let's see, Gorilla's Random Thought says Scar is far over. Yes, it is. Yeah, it does seem to be over farther to the right, doesn't it? That could be a deliberate choice. Now, what I can't tell, is that kid wearing a wig? Or did they just cut his hair like that? Can't tell. But again, if it is further over to the right, which, as you say, I guess when I'm looking at it is, Another example of they're taking things and just changing it up just a little bit. It is Kimberly Ann Hart. Thank you for being here. She says, "Hi, we are looking at the new Harry Potter cast. Now, I am very skeptical of all of this, but I will follow it. I can't help it. I just will. It's a thing. I love Harry Potter. I experienced it as they came out, or rather, after the fourth book. That was when I started getting into it. About the same time that the movies came out, I actually saw the first two movies before I read the books. And then I started reading the books. And then I was there at midnight for the Half Blood Prince and the finale. And I was there at midnight for the movies. Amazing time, amazing time. It was a very magical time. And the movies hold up. They always rerun them at cinemas and people just cheer, people clap when they see Severus Snape and McGonagall, like as we know them. Richard Harris. Hello, hello, Miss Muses. I've seen the movies. Yes, indeed. Um, this might be a good time though to read the books. Have you read the books? If you haven't, well, maybe read them. I'm toying with doing a reread and maybe even doing something on my channel. We shall see. Because here at Miss Martin Muses, it's a little bit of anarchy, or as a relative has said, this is the ADD channel. It just kind of goes all over the place, except for my Catholic stuff that has now moved to its own channel called Catholic Explaining, based on the little series I used to do here on this channel. So this is their first day of filming. It was Monday, Bastille Day. Also, people said it was the same date as the release of the Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows in the cinema. I can't confirm that, but sounds good to me. Yes, look, they're doing the 14/7/25, which is the more proper way to do it, in my own opinion. This is how I learned it as a kid. And the first scene, spy people say the first thing was the potions. Now, they have not released any photographs of Snape, and I wonder if that is deliberate. Yeah, looks good. Yeah. And always careful about the kids. There's just no way about it. You can't win when you're dealing with kids. But no, the kid looks fine. And I'm sure the kids are going to be fine too. It's really, really hard though to compare or to overcome, in my humble opinion, the original trio. They had really, really good chemistry. They were adorable in the first movie, especially. You know, we had the famous Leviosa, not Leviosa, or and then Ron is Leviosa. She's a nightmare. I mean, just so many good lines, so many classic moments that everyone laughs about. It's I forget, is it Leviosa or Leviosa? I forget which one was correct, but we all know it. It's just funny. All right, let's look at Hagrid. This is another example, in my humble opinion, a definite example of where they took the original Hagrid, the original actor who played Hagrid, and just changed up a few things. And you just look at it and it's like, well, now one could say, oh, it's the way it's described in the book, and that might be very correct. Like, again, I need to reread. I'm not a normie. I would not call myself a normie with Harry Potter, but I am definitely not someone that's read the books a gazillion times. I have read the books twice, and it's been quite a while since I have done that. But again, they just take him and just kind of tweak a few things. Okay. I mean, I'm sure the actors are great and they're going to do the best they can with the material. So that's Hagrid. Oops. Oh, they're making me go back. Wait. Okay. Can I get out of there? All right. Oh, crap. Let me go home real quick because I said I wasn't going to show any spy photos. Damn it. Well, there I go. I accidentally showed some spy photos. Hopefully all will end well. Okay, let me get out of here. Please don't block me, Twitter. All right, rumor. Big old rumor that they have cast Voldemort. Check this out. To keep it a surprise, allegedly, HBO has decided not to announce who has been cast as Voldemort. If that's the case, then a lot of screen time and everything is going to be taken up by the Voldemort story. It's not going to be good, in my humble opinion. This is also a rumor. Both season 1 and season 2 of Harry Potter TV series will have 6 episodes. Well, okay then. I don't know about that either, especially if they're going to add stuff. All right, we've already seen the picture of Hagrid. Now let's look at the Dursley family. Here we are. There's Vernon. There is Dudley, and there is Aunt Petunia. Now, in the show, they are having Aunt Petunia blonde accurately, and I mean, they look fine. Now, the Mr. Dursley is definitely thinner, and he's shown as thinner. He's not as big as it in the original, and they kind of look very much like an early 90s kind of family. So they're going with that vibe from the spy photos I've seen where they're filming at the zoo. I think that Aunt Petunia physically, especially after seeing her in the what they've done with her hair, is definitely closer to the book. When you're looking at her and Lily in the movie, they don't really look like they could be sisters. This looks like this could be the sister of Lily Potter. On the other hand, the actress was great for the original Harry Potter because I think they were going with, well, it was her personality that was ugly, not her features, and that maybe because of how she lived her life, that's why she looked all old and haggard. Also, we never saw her age because Lily Potter didn't get the chance. Well, they can't do better than Ralph Fiennes. They cannot. And they just can't. He's entirely too handsome. Yeah. They have him like with a corn, something that rhymes with corn mustache. He looks okay, but once more, it's like they looked at them and said, let's make them different. Now, except in the case of Aunt Petunia, definitely she looks very different. Oh, people saying hi. Yeah, Rachel Percier. Hello. Thank you for being here. Always good to see you. So, yes, there's that family. What do they say? Thank you very much. Actually, let me do where I can see the comments here as they come up. They're always out of the corner of my eye. Hopefully, I won't once again accidentally show off the spy photos. You can find them there everywhere. I really like what Harry Potter News has done. We've got a side by side. Now, before I say anything, let's have a look. I think that this is really good and this is really telling. Yeah, look. Original, the new ones. What, pray tell, do you notice? The one person that they chose to swap, and it stands out. Now, if they'd done a whole bunch of swapping, that might make sense. These are AI generated. These are not the real costumes, etc. You can tell now that they are not the real costumes because look at the ties. They're wearing the old style ties. But yeah, sticks out like a sore thumb. And yes, one of these things is not like the other, and only one. Now, Hermione, I don't go there because it's a kid. Don't want to go there. It's not the kid, it's the casting people. And these are the only two that are very notably called mudblood. It's not going to go away. Now, Quirrell. Okay. Oh, yes. Since these are not spy photos, I cannot compare. They just took them from the way they were in the movie and put the faces on. But this is the actor who plays Quirrell. This is the actor that plays the janitor. Oh my gosh, just went right out of my head. McGonagall, Dumbledore, Hagrid, Snape, Ron, Hermione, and Harry. And again, we know that that's not Harry because we've already seen Harry now. Total different hair and everything. Yeah, one of these things is not like the other. I've said it before, I've said it again, we've all said it. This is where the show has failed before it's begun. End of story. End of story. Can't get around it. I've said the only way they might get around it is if they swapped others. They didn't. They looked and they said, "Who can we swap? Who can we make black?" This is what they did. Any character but Snape, people would have rolled their eyes. Okay, yeah, we know they have to do that if they want a BAFTA or an award, or some things can't even get made nowadays unless they do that. However, yeah. Now, according to Wizarding World Direct, it started. The filming of Harry Potter TV series is underway with Severus Snape's potion class scene. So they just put together some photos. They're using stuff, I think, from the original movie. It's hard to tell nowadays with AI and everything. There's Snape and logo. Are they using the same sets? Wait, or is this a fan-made one? Because, gee whiz. All right, let's look at some cast. There is Big D, as he turns out. He turns out to be kind of awesome. And the new kid. I think some of this cast, they're better looking. Again, being careful, because we know that the kid who plays Dudley is actually a very attractive man. They made them look a certain way and highlighted their unattractive features. Very Dickensian, or Dickensian rather. That the inward is displayed by the outward. And here is the flying teacher. Goes to show that I'm a bit of a normie. I don't know all of them. What do they say? Miss Hooch. There we go. Wait a second. I've seen her before. Is she the chick who was in the let's see. She was in the Sherlock, wasn't she? Let me know. And there's Madam Hooch in the movie. Whatever. I mean, it's a small role. But again, have you noticed something? Kimberly Ann Hart saying LOL, hugs Rachel and Rachel Percy Art. I mean, they have prettied up the cast a bit. Indeed, they have. And maybe, again, they did it on purpose because they're sitting there saying, how can we make this different? And it's such that it's just kind of standing out like a sore thumb for me, to be honest. The more they make it different, the more I see, oh, here's where it's different. Now, the dude who is playing, gosh darn it, help me out. Help me out. The wand guy. Ollivander. Come on, you can't improve on him. And this guy's a good actor, but he's not a legend. The way the other one is. The dude from the Game of Thrones. The kind of Frankenstein-y kind of guy. Yes, thank you, Ollivander. Thank you. Well, doing live streams is actually kind of tricky sometimes. And if it's not, especially when I'm fighting my cat, he is laid down on the cord for my microphone, and I've got issues going on with my leg. Maybe I'll talk about that a little bit later. Got a big old shot. And then, the close-up of Harry Potter again. This is another account. Now the kid who's playing Neville Longbottom. I'll just say, how do I say this? It's already been said. We're dealing with kids, though, so I'm not going there, but yeah. There he is in the TV show, which I thought was quite accurate. Rather, not the TV show, the other way around, the movie. This is him in the TV show. I imagine that when they did the casting, that a lot of these kids were in the finals for being Harry Potter or Ron Weasley. And the same with some the girls that they've already cast that's been people that were trying out for Hermione. Oh, and last but certainly not least, completely on topic, look how pretty Princess Catherine, the Princess of Wales, was. Look at that red. One of these days I will wear this and people will say, "Yay, you are a princess." So that's the new cast and an accidental unveiling of some spy photos. I did not mean to do that. I might edit it out. I don't think they're going to come after me. I really hope not, because for crying out loud, finally monetized, finally got stuff going. And then boom, accidentally showed a few spy photos. The Muggle Musing says Mad Dog Conroy, thank you for being here. And we have Rachel Percy Art saying, "Oh, I know, I blanked on my favorite actor's name Tuesday." LOL. Yeah, hey, I blank on my own name sometimes. Swift minus one. Hello. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Always great to see you. Rachel Percy Art says, "Ah, bless Level's little heart. He ended up being so handsome." Yes, he did. Yes. And Seamus, I actually met the little kid who played Seamus. He wasn't so little when I met him, but yeah, he's a good kid. Hermione Granger, Butterbeer. Oh gosh. But if you've ever had butterbeer, I'd like to call it liquid diabetes. But you have to have it once. It's definitely a drink I could see if it was something that was regularly available that kids would be sucking up like it's left and right. It's basically pure sugar. But I'll tell you what, at least when I was there the several years ago, it was so good. The food, the quality of the food at the restaurants at the Wizarding World thing was really nice. And you know, I just want to cry sometimes because we know the only reason that they're doing this is because the Fantastic Beasts failed so miserably. It started off so promisingly. I thought the first movie was really good. I really loved it. And then I don't know what the hell happened in the second movie. The second movie was a disaster. I mean, what the hell was that? And then, of course, by the time the third movie came, it was done because they had all the scandal and they had to recast. And it was also all over the place. Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. I think it's a very good case of people weren't saying no to Rowling because she was who she was. It's like, oh my gosh, because really like the first one. The whole idea of, first of all, being in America, seeing the Wizarding World in America and how it's different, seeing it in a different era. I just loved it. I love the costumes, love the characters, good stuff. And then they just totally messed it up. So that's why we know we're doing this. That's why we know. What do you think? What do you think they're gonna do to change it? Like, they claim it's gonna be faithful. I don't think it's gonna be faithful, especially if the rumors are already true that they're gonna do a bunch of flashbacks with Voldemort in the first movie, unless the flashbacks are things like what happened with when Hagrid is telling Harry, "Oh, and then this happened and your mama did this and that's how you got the scar." That I can handle. Everything else, to me, to be honest, I wonder where some of these spy reports are coming from. Because I can say this having been there and done that back in the day with Once Upon a Time, everything we got from the powers that be, and I mean from the top, we never talked about. We never shared. Never. So these people that are sharing, it's like, well, maybe it's not real. Unless they have a strategy where they are sharing and they say, "Hey, you can make this public. We want to make this public. We want people to be talking about this." Because what are we talking about? We're talking about that. Now, you still see a few grumblings about Snape, but not a lot. And so far, we have not seen any leaks of Snape. In a way, I feel for the actor, though he is a grown up, so he can handle it. But still, my goodness gracious. Alrighty, it is Charlie Tom. Thank you for being here. Did you see the set photos of them filming the zoo? Yes, I did. I was actually talking about that earlier, and I decided not to show them because I don't know how fussy that they're going to be at the studio, and I think Warner is kind of notorious for it. I accidentally flashed a few of them, and I'm going to probably have to edit it out. But yes, I did not mind the way especially Petunia looked. I thought she looked great. I thought she looked book accurate. But it's just seared into my mind that they're taking things that we already did in the movie and just changing them a bit, almost like it's an alternate lifestyle. Like you're in a mirror universe and somebody has like a scar on their cheek and that's what makes them different. Or was it in the mirror universe of Star Trek? The mirror wasn't Spock with like a Ming the Merciless kind of a mustache beard, if I recall correctly. Yeah, so it just stands out. Mad Dog Conroy says what they should do is a pub chain to sell the series. Oh, yeah. Well, they do have a pub at the Wizarding World. I had the beer there. Oh my gosh, it was good. And only adults obviously can be there. It was Hogshead, I think it was. I forget which one it was, but it was good. Yeah, but I would definitely go. I mean, they could have one in every city and it would be popular. See, do we have anything I missed? No, not so far. So that is the cast. And Sorcerer's Stone, if they're right about it being 6 episodes, well, you got to do all the introduction stuff. Then you've got to do Fluffy and all of that. Maybe episode 2. But Quidditch, episode 3, episode 4. I don't know. Some people have said, well, they were able to get it all done in 2.5 hours in the original. And then if you just kind of draw it out a little bit, that would make things going. I wonder if they're going to have pacing issues. And I've said it once, I've said it twice, I'm going to say it again. Nothing will be able to compare with the magic, the chills that still come over you when you hear Hedwig's theme. The music cannot be even close. I mean, it's one of John Williams' best. It's pure magic. I don't see, no matter how good the composer may be, that he can do that. It's like saying, I'm going to go ahead and do Star Wars, but I can't have the Star Wars theme. Unless, we don't know this for sure, are they going to use John Williams' score? Are they going to use the same sets? So far, we see with the costumes, they're tweaking them. They're making them different. Yes, hello, Buddy Hepburn. Thank you for being here. Butterbeer is good. Yes, liquid diabetes. You can get it frozen or unfrozen. You can also make it at home. Lots of homemade kind of things. Go for it. Enjoy yourself. You can make an adult version. Good times. I endorse it. I endorse all of it. But most important, I endorse having fun. Now, let me say this, even though I am very skeptical. If you're excited about this, more power to you. I'm not going to excommunicado you for your own personal enjoyment because we've got enough problems with a real excommunicado that's going on right now in real life, and we need our fantasy more than ever. And I think that's why I'm so annoyed that they just went and like shot themselves in the foot already with Snape. It is the biggest own goal I have seen in a very, very long time because this is the first time we are going into the series, whether it be the books, whether it be the movies, because remember the movies came out before the final book, long before it. I believe the movies came out after book 4, or maybe after book 5. Correct me if I'm wrong. Everybody Google. Now, so here's the story. This is the first time we're going in knowing the truth about Snape. The kids don't know, but we know. And they've got an own goal. Rachel Percy Art says, I never imagined butterbeer being sweet, more buttery, lol. Yeah. And frankly, I kind of thought it would be more like root beer. Like, we have something called root beer. They have something called butterbeer. But if it was buttery, that would have been nasty. I think that they went with the butterscotch for the actual butterbeer in their recipe. I really also, I enjoyed how they did it in the Wizarding World theme park where you can go and they have the little frog choir. That's lots of fun. You go to the restroom, the girls' restroom, and you can hear Moaning Myrtle. I mean, it's just magic. Absolute magic. They have all the candy. I mean, gosh, all the kids, everyone gets cavities, adults alike, children. And they have rides now, right? And you can ride the Hogwarts Express. I was there when they only had a Diagon Alley. Still, it was so much fun. I didn't go on any of the rides. Wait, there was a ride there at the time. I didn't care. I didn't care for a ride. too old for that. SH dash dash. Butterscotch and cream soda. That's it. You know, well, no, cream soda I don't know, you'd have to look it up. If you've not had it, it's very hard to describe, but I think it was butterscotch was one of the absolutely strongest ingredients. Because butter, I mean, gross. I mean, I want kids to eat it. Pumpkin juice was something too. I kind of like the pumpkin juice. Pumpkin juice was good. Did they also have 2 kinds of pumpkin juice? I do not remember. Maybe I need to go back. Darn it, I need to go back if I ever get my knee fixed. So I did go to the orthopedic guy, and we are able to start off with conservative treatments. Not talking politics, nothing too radical yet. So that's good. Oh my gosh, they gave me a shot. It was not pleasant. Straight into the knee. I was telling my mom it's a good thing I'm a Catholic because I was able to offer it up. Because I tell you what, if I wasn't able to offer that up, I don't know what I would have done with that pain. Oh, yeah. And discomfort. Oh, I closed my eyes. I didn't even want to see how long the needle was. The dude had to do it with an ultrasound, too. It was like, yikes, yikes. Well, if you all are fans of Harry Potter, have you all read the books? Have you all seen the show? I'm still trying to figure out how to do a poll on here. I don't know where the hell you're supposed to put polls. I don't know if you put it into the YouTube studio or where you do if you do. I don't know. I would maybe need to start planning ahead a little better to do this, but sometimes I just can't. Like, for example, sometimes I do morning musings, which is in the morning, mid-morning, midday, midnight, mid-evening. It depends on when I am available. I did have my appointment this morning, and that is why I didn't do a morning musing. The theming says the Buddy Hepburn is really good in Hogsmeade. Oh, hell yeah. I would love to go at Christmas time. Wouldn't that be great? Or at Halloween. Ooh, Halloween. Actually, 2 thumbs up for Halloween. Let's do it, kids. Everyone, let's all go. How much does it cost? If you're in state and you can get a pass, I know it's a lot cheaper, but I have no idea how much it costs nowadays. If you had a family and a bunch of kids, I do not know how you could go and afford these things. You probably couldn't. To be fair, though, did we when we were young? I remember hand-me-downs. I remember, lots of sharing. I remember lots of just everyone piling in like a pile of gerbils in the back seat as we went on vacations, no seat belts. I'm a kid of the 80s, though. Late 70s, early 80s, and we would just sit in the back trunk area. I don't know. It's amazing we lived. We'd all get arrested nowadays. All right, let's open it up to some open musings. Where's my banner about what would you like to muse if you would like to muse? And I'm going to be doing the second part of Wheel of Time, Book 6, when I can get my partner in crime ready. I've got some pub crawls perhaps lined up. I just need to get out some more of the invites. And because I love hearing about things, I want to do some more, maybe some crochet stuff. Or what would you like for a stream or just now? As always, though, especially these live ones, I have veto power because I can. It's my channel. Let's see. Someone's texting me. Oh, boy. Yeah, my sis is flying today, so she's texting me. But I'm not talking to you. Actually, I should tell her, go ahead and tune in so I can get some more views. Because you can on the airplane. I like the way the airplane is right now. It's a good time to fly, or at least fly first class. If you can fly first class, I would recommend it. It's easier to do when you're single, and it is easier to do if you have a credit card where all your points go to it, and you get double points for other things. I am not getting an endorsement for this, so why the hell am I saying this? But I do have, if you want to see some of my first class adventures, I do have that on some of my Teresa Travels. I have Teresa Travels Tuesday lined up. I just haven't been able to do it because Tuesday was so busy. I would like to do that as well. Show off the Koenigsdam go into a little more detail on that and some more of my Alaska trip. I still have stuff from Ireland left over because COVID happened. The coof came and messed everything up. So I did mention that my new channel is where all my Catholic explaining is going, and the channel is called Catholic explaining because that's what I do. And it's just I figured it was just kind of appropriate. I got nerd stuff here, and some people might like nerd stuff. People may like not like the Catholic stuff, or Catholic people come for the Catholic stuff may not like the nerd stuff. So I've just separated it out. Here you are, though. If you are interested, here's Catholic explaining, and let's see. Oh, that's me. Okay, and thank you everyone that's coming in and that will be watching on the replay. My mom is chastising me because I have not caught up with Dexter. But here's the problem. Here's the problem with Dexter. I am in the middle of Deadwood. I can't watch anything but Deadwood or House. I'm really addicted to House again. It just kept going through my mind today as I was filling out the sheet. You're checking in, and it's like House bitching. Everybody lies. Everyone lies. That makes it harder for us to treat people. So I was completely honest, even though you're not supposed to lie. And there goes the microphone because that was caterference. Yeah, I've only got one cat. Those of you that know, and yeah, I lost mine over a year ago. The other one, she's the one who always used to yell. I think she was deaf and she was old. She was a cranky old lady, but she was my baby. So, anyways, this guy is huge. He got his DNA test. For those of you that were following, the DNA test happened. My nephew was my assistant, and he was surprisingly cooperative. He only fought me at the beginning, and then once it started, he just stood still. And then I put it all in the package and off it went. So I should hear in about 3 weeks what this little guy is all made up of. But he's not so little. He's a big cat, and he's probably overweight. He's 17 pounds. And for a cat, he weighs more than my sister's dog. But in any case, that's the update on the cat DNA test. The update on my knee is shots, which was a nightmare. Oh, I almost said a bad word because of the cat. Is it a sin? Is it bad if you drop them if it's animal related? I need to ask a priest that. Anyways, so we love our animals here at Smart Musings, and we love everybody. So we did talk about the cast. Let's stay tuned as we get some more information. I think that once we get our first picture of Snape, it will light up the internet again. I would be surprised if they do it, unless they feel like they're not getting enough traffic and they need the fan baiting, because it is fan baiting at its best. I think, though, that people are over fan baiting. I think we're over everything right now. So we're not in the mood. What else about Harry Potter? Well, that's it. Oh, they do say that they are filming the first 2 seasons back to back, which is clever and smart because the kids, they're going to grow. So you can kind of get away with that generic teenager look in the later movies and later seasons, but not, when they're supposed to be 10 and 11. Wait. No, they're 11 in this one, and they're 12 in the second one. They did a really good job with that in the other movie. They pretty much did film those back to back as well. The first 2 movies. First 2 movies to me stand out on their own because they are just kind of magical. Just really enjoyable. Out of all the ones that I've rewatched, those are the 2 I have rewatched the most. Probably the other one I've rewatched the most has been after that, Prisoner of Azkaban, and the 4th one. And from 5 to 7, I am not very interested, not very rewatchable. They hit the beats, but the magic wasn't there, and they still could have had the magic. They just left out some stuff that they should have left in. But of course, oh my gosh, Severus Snape, Alan Rickman, of course, nailed it. Unbelievable performance. I mean, that man can just look and go always and just make everyone go, oh my gosh. So that's it for Harry Potter. I've got some more psycho stuff coming up. The Dark Triad. We're going to revisit that because everyone's a sociopath now. We're all sociopaths. Back in the day, I did a thing called Quarantined Minds, but that was because the quarantine was making us all crazy. I don't know what's making us crazy now. Or maybe we're still having some sort of residual thing going on because of that. Huh. Well, all right, we are at the 40-minute mark. I'm going to give my voice a bit of a rest. I might go out in the pool. I can swim. And the doctor also said that I can do bicycle. He said, of course, take it easy, make sure your bicycle is fitted to your height. And I do, because I'm one of those people that I treat it like my car. I bring it in every 6 months for a checkup and to make sure it's all perfect for me. So, yay, I'm going to start riding my bike again. May the world be a better place. However, he said not today because of the shot he gave me. He said, let it kind of sit in there. So, oh, gee, what do I do with my life? I'm being forced to sit on my buttocks. I will play Red Dead Redemption 2. And for those of you that like Red Dead Redemption 2, I also have a stream about that with Steve Adobe after my first time playthrough. And I've noticed that the actor who voiced and acted out in the motion thing, the guy who played Arthur Morgan, he has been doing a playthrough. And that is loads of fun. We're hoping that they're doing this to kind of hype up an announcement for Red Dead Redemption 3. If they do that, the world will explode in joy, including myself, and you may never see me ever again. If I could figure out how to stream onto here with a video game, I would. I have heard, though, it's not like with Xbox One, and I am not savvy enough to figure out anything new. So I want to thank everyone here that has been with me, people coming in and out and sharing. We have Buddy Hepburn, we have Mad Dog Conroy, we have Rachel Percy Art, we have Charlie Tom. My gosh, sorry about this. I don't have my reading glasses. Charlie Tom, Rachel, Kimberly Ann Hart, and your Barmy. Yes, he was here at the beginning. Gorillas, Random Thoughts, and all of you that will be watching on the replay. Let me see. I think live was Mrs. Dadman walking. Yeah, I want to get her all the support she can get. We need to get this lady to 1,000. Let's do it. Oh crap, she's no longer live. Is anybody alive? That's like not like somebody big because they don't count. Well, they count, but they're fine. I mean, that won't help them out. But hey, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna go ahead and put Mrs. Dadman Walking's in the chat so you all can go ahead and subscribe to her. Let's get her to 1,000. I think she's doing good on watch hours. Here you are. Go ahead, give her a sub. Give her a sub and watch one of her videos or shorts, because I think that what happens is that YouTube will purge the sub if the person doesn't watch something. So have a great day, everyone. Have a great day, and be certain to read books, read good books, and read old books. You don't have to read new stuff. Read the Harry Potter books. Enjoy your bliss. And don't let anyone tell you what you can or cannot enjoy, because you, sirs and madams, are in charge of your destiny and your happiness.